Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Green Lanterns issue 49. This is Rebel Run Part 2. Now we start off with Simon showing up to confront Jessica about her being on the run. And naturally he's like, I'm your partner, I'm gonna cover your butt even though you're accused of vicious crimes. And then he knocks her under the water and they have a conversation while the guy she was supposed to meet takes off running. Well, they track him down, of course, and he explains that this sleazebag running a pleasure world, which is like a vacation resort planet, is actually behind all these things, like various crimes and whatnot, and it turns out that he has some kind of device that can make people go crazy. So they of course hijack his ship and fly out there, and Simon shut his ring off so that Hal Jordan won't find out. Hal Jordan of course catches them and acts like a jackbooted thug, running around and ordering them around, puts them in chains immediately without any conversation. Well, then the smuggler guy that they had kind of been blackmailing into taking them to this world, he shows up with the machine and makes a bunch of people get mind controlled crazy and go into a murderous rage. Well, Hal puts up some barriers to stop them and the guy smashes the device because why not destroy some evidence while we're at it? And that of course is all it takes for Hal to be convinced that they're completely innocent. And he takes the cuffs off and he's like, alright, you're free until we can look into this. And Jessica's like, oh, bite me. Why start investigating things now? And then she says he's cowboying around. She expected him, and I'm quoting here, to be a lot more woke. Nobody says that in real life. If they do, they're some kind of weirdo. Normal people don't say the word woke in casual conversation. That's the type of stuff SJWs and creepy cult people say. Normal people do not use that. So then Hal says, look, your anger's misguided. The Guardian sent me. There's an anomaly in your ring. And she's like, yeah, I changed it with willpower. Sound familiar? And he's like, yeah. He gives her the ring back. Her and Simon talk about eating pancakes, and she's like, man, I deserve all the pancakes. Nobody talks like this. So the storyline was incredibly rushed. This was a terrible issue. It was sloppily written. The art was okay, I guess. It was serviceable. Hal Jordan looked pretty cool, actually. But it looked a little bit lazy. There's a preview at the back for Titans number 23, which looked okay. But this one was written by Aaron Gillespie with art by George Antonio. Hi-Fi was the colorist. I really like Hi-Fi. I think he does a good job. Dave Sharp on letters. Good job. Paul Pelletier and Danny Miki and Adriano Lucas did the cover. I thought the cover was pretty well done, even though that scene doesn't actually happen, so I don't know why they did that. It's just a ruse. Brian Cunningham was the editor. I think he slacked on this one. This was a very lazily written issue. The storyline was trite. It ended very poorly. It was like a bad 70s cop drama. It wasn't a good... If you're gonna do a police procedural, do a good one. Don't rip off like a crappy, don't go with Special Victims Unit, go with Criminal Intent. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna pick a Law and Order to emulate, watch Criminal Intent. Stop watching SVU. SVU is the old people one. That's what this is. This is old people, how they would write a comic book. It was boring. It was a waste of money. I don't recommend it. If you're going to buy this, wait till it's in the 50-cent box. Anything over that is just not worth your time. Just more SJW trash. But that's just my opinion. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. Please be sure and hit like and consider subscribing, and we hope to see you on the next one.